Are you sure this time? Asked a young, reedy voice. I don't want any more surprises. The praetor grunted. Very sure, Princeps. The guard held out a massively hairy forearm. Bloody scratches glistened in the moonlight, as if desperate fingernails had raked his flesh. What did you use? The younger man sounded fascinated. His own pillow, the big man said. Seemed easiest. The younger man laughed. The old pig deserved it. I waited years for him to die. Finally we announce he's kicked the situla, and he has the nerve to wake up again? I don't think so. Tomorrow will be a new, better day for Rome. He stepped into the moonlight, revealing his face, a face I had hoped to never see again. His face was handsome in a thin, angular way, though his ears stuck out a bit too much. His smile was twisted. His eyes had all the warmth of a barracuda's. Even if you did not recognize his features, dear reader, I am sure you have met him. He is the school bully, too charming to get caught, the one who thinks up the cruelest pranks, has others carry out his dirty work, and still maintains a perfect reputation with the teachers. He is the boy who pulls the legs off insects and tortures stray animals, yet laughs with such pure delight he can almost convince you that it's harmless fun. He's the boy who steals money from the temple collection plates behind the barracks of old ladies who praise him for being such a nice young man. He is that person, that type of evil. And tonight, he had a new name, which would not foretell a better day for Rome. The Praetorian guard lowered his head. Hail, Caesar! I awoke from my dream shivering. Good timing, Grover said. I sat up. My head throbbed. My mouth tasted like Strix dust. I was lying under a makeshift lean-to, a blue plastic tarp set on a hillside overlooking the desert. The sun was going down. Next to me, Meg was curled up asleep, her hand resting on my wrist. I suppose that was sweet, except I know where her fingers had been. Hint, in her nostrils. On a nearby slab of rock, Grover sat sipping water from his canteen. Judging from his weary expression, I guessed he had been keeping watch over us while we slept. I passed out, I gathered. He tossed me the canteen. I thought I slept hard, but you've been out for hours. I took a drink, then rubbed the gunk out of my eyes, wishing I could wipe the dreams from my head as easily. A woman chained in a fiery room, a trap for Apollo, a new Caesar with a pleasant smile of a fine young sociopath. Don't think about it, I told myself. Dreams aren't necessarily true. No, I answered myself. Only the bad ones, like those. I focused on Meg, snoring in the shade of our tarp. Her leg was freshly bandaged. She wore a clean t-shirt over her tattered dress. I tried to extricate my wrist from her grasp, but she held on tighter. She's all right, Grover assured me. At least physically. Fell asleep after we got you situated. He frowned. She didn't seem happy about being here, though. She said she couldn't handle this place. Wanted to leave. I was afraid she'd jump back into the labyrinth. But I convinced her she needed to rest. I played some music to relax her. I scanned our surroundings, wondering what had upset Meg so badly. Below us stretched a landscape only slightly more hostile than Mars. I mean the planet, not the god, though I suppose neither is much of a host. Sun-bleached ochre mountains ringed a valley of patchwork, with unnaturally green golf courses, dusty barren flats, and sprawling neighborhoods of white stucco walls, red-tiled roofs, and blue swimming pools. Lining the streets, rows of listless palm trees stuck up like raggedy seams. Asphalt parking lots shimmered in the heat. A brown haze hung in the air, filling the valley like a watery gravy. Palm Springs, I said.